Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
There probably only has one female viewer.
Probably your mom. Did you get the door?
I feel big in here.
Yeah, little day cab.
Does this rewind?
Little Peter cab.
How do you rewind this seat?
Rewind.
Hello.
All right, so we are going over to a Binsite that we rented last fall, or this year, or however you want to say it, to store our grain. We have soybeans over there. Soybean prices rallied, so we are trucking some out. Right?
It's time.
Right. It's time to get them $15 beans out of that bin.
So now, was it worth storing them?
I would say it is. We hauled them in, so unfortunately I sold all mine off the combine, which was a fantastic price also for upper 12s, and now they're 15. So I would say it's worth storing it. We're stuck.
No, you're not.
Stuck.
Stay in it.
We're spinning.
Stay in it.
You gotta fluctuate the RPMs. Dougo disagrees, but you gotta do that. You hear it?
I disagree.
I'm sure.
Alright. Stop spinning.
Alright, off we go. So, this place is what, about
Hold
10
on.
miles away?
Getting rid of the lice. Okay.
About 10 miles away. We gotta load out of an auger, which isn't new to us. We have bins, we have to do that too. It's just not the warmest out, so we're dressed up in the bibs. You gonna shift for me? Ready? Go.
I don't know what gear you're in.
Oh, he's lost it all.
I got her. I got her.
Oh.
It's weird lefty. I don't know how they do it in European countries. Do you think they... Also, is the ignition switch in a European vehicle, like when the steering wheel's over here, is it still on the right side? Because my left hand is worthless, so I don't even think I could start the cars over there. Maybe they're electric over there. You just push the electric pedal.
Just like a golf cart. That'd be cool. Just go.
Let me tell you
Your
about...
Ford kind of does that. Turns off at the intersections, you know, to save gas, but wreck the starter.
Exactly.
All right, that's enough talking. Let's get working. Steering. Oop, ice patch. So we're here. There's the auger. Looks like we need to raise it up some so our exhaust pipes get under it. And I think we got to climb the bend, check the top, make sure there's no frozen chunks. I have never operated a gas-powered auger before, but this will be a new experience. So are you gonna do the good old rock, paper, scissors, see who goes swimming?
I suppose.
Shall we try it?
One time on the 4th.
One time on the 4th?
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, boom. Every time!
So it looks like we have a 8-inch unload and a 10-inch 36-foot gas-powered auger. And I think this is a 30,000 bushel bin, and then we also have a bin over there that's full of beans. Wonder if that ain't 25,000 or something. Right? Something like that.
What?
30 and 25?
I think so.
So what our goal is, we are going to core out 2 semi-loads out of this bin, and then the guys can start hauling directly to town. We're going to put this in the overhead, and then they're going to, I don't know if every morning, take some out of there to blend it off, because the core of the bin is obviously the ground up stuff and dirt and God knows what else. So
yeah.
I have to go up there. I guess I lost, so I'll bring you with. So what I'm really hoping for is that this isn't plump full to the brim. Oh, look it. We have some room. So I'm gonna go in here now. Don't anyone panic, it's safe, nothing's running. I gotta go to the top, the peak, and shovel it down. Make sure there's no chunks. because you'll really hate your life if you suck chunks to your auger and plug your sump up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So basically this site is a lot like ours, only a little different. So he has covers on the tops of his bins where the spout from the leg comes down. Ours are directly connected, so then during winter time, condensation, heat, cold, a lot of heat comes out of the bin, goes up the downspout pipe, and actually creates condensation, so then water will drip down, causing big chunks of rotten grain, bushel sized or so. Now he has covers that he has to take off and his spout drops in then. There's good and bad to both. Obviously you have a nice sealed bin, no spoiled grain. This is actually really good condition here, but you have to climb the bin every time you want to fill it, and if you're filling it and it's raining outside, you get some water in, but shouldn't be nothing too terribly bad. So basically I just come up here, dig around, make sure there's no big chunks, because the hole in the bottom of the bin will plug, and like I said, then you'll be doing like we did before with the vacuolator, sucking from the top of the bin down. We've had to do it before. Never again do I want to ever do that again. But everything checks out, so we're gonna get out of here and start loading up a truck. Yeah. It's a lot easier to do this without Carhartts on. So if that didn't make sense, this is the cover I was talking about on the top of his bin, where then it spouts directly in here. You just take cover off. Well, then ours directly is welded to the cover, so it's always open to the grain. So I like this idea a lot for keeping the tops of the bins nice, but I wouldn't like climbing 70-foot bins every time I want to fill it either. So like I said, plus and minuses. You guys want to see what falling from halfway down a bend feels like?
Am I supposed to catch them?
You're gonna catch them. Are they okay?
Sorry, you guys hit the ground. Yeah, we lost a couple of them. How do we turn this thing on? Always use both hands when climbing up and down a ladder.
Do they need to go to the hospital? Are you okay?
One of them looks damaged. How do we turn that on?
Good question. You got the sump open?
No, I haven't touched anything. This runs.
Sweet. Everything looks good up there. So we should be ready to try to figure out how to run the site.
It's cold down here.
It's horrible.
All right, we're gonna learn, then we'll bring you back.
It died.
Does it have fuel?
Should have probably brought fuel. Grandpa would be very disappointed that we didn't bring cardboard with, but we found a hopper and some scrap metal. We're improvising. It's not quite as flexible as cardboard, but it's working.
That'll work.
So I idled the motor. Since it's a bigger auger, I idled it down some because it's flashing so terrible. Well, the question is, how open can we open the vent unload before we plug something? but that's known as foreign material. Just unavoidable, really. Somebody stronger than you broke that handle off.
I think that's part of the concrete.
You know, you make that look really easy. I found some cardboard, and then we threw that back over it to keep the wind from blowing it away. We're golden. Things are working here better than they do at home. I wonder what that means. All right, well, there goes our first load on wheels. 69 more loads to go, roughly. So I'm gonna wait here 10 minutes. Steve will be here. He's been hauling corn. We're filling up on some of the contracts that we had made. We have to wait another couple of weeks before we can haul the rest of our corn contracts. So that's why we are switching to hauling these beans out, because we can haul and deliver them. So I guess I just wait now for the next truck to show up. And everything went very smooth here, actually. Very nice. So, I don't know. Hopefully, if we use this site again, we'll know how it works. So last fall, what we had trouble with, so this is the exact setup we used to have at the farm up until I think 2018 or 19, when we redid our leg system. So 4,000 bushel an hour leg and a 2,000 bushel an hour leg. So last fall with soybeans, we were dumping into the tall leg, just going directly to these two bends, 2,000 bushel an hour, which wasn't quick enough. We could combine about 3,500 bushel an hour, roughly. So we had one truck hauling to town, two trucks hauling here, or kind of decided on where the trucks went, as there was a truck sitting here and it was a management disaster, to be honest with you. So looking at this, if we use this again, potentially, we'll have to talk to the owner of the site. Potentially, this is a drag, so you dump your truck directly into the drag. The drag is sized for the 4,000 bushel an hour leg, so you can dump 4 semis per hour. Then we could dump it into his wet tank here. So this is where his wet corn went into. And then you could auger it out and go directly into the 2,000 bushel an hour leg, and you could dump here at basically full capacity and use this as your holding tank, and that 8-inch auger there filling the 2,000 bushel an hour leg could just literally run all day long. And yeah, you're moving grain more, possibly wearing out his auger system, but that's like what I said, I have to talk to him if he'd be okay with us doing something like that. But that would make this site more user friendly for us and less trouble with plugging his tall leg, which I'm sure he did not appreciate. I know we didn't like when that happened. There's nothing fun about that process. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and we'll see. I know with the gained acres, Eric's acres especially, I don't know how we wouldn't want to use this again if he's still thinking of renting it out. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, silence at last. You're good to go. There goes the second one. So we got Duggo here.
Struggling. I should have worn the hoodie.
So we brought the electric auger with for this bend. I don't think we'll be able to load out of both, but we'll be able to core this one out. And if we get into one of these bends is a wetter bend, right? One's wet beans, one's dry beans, so it'll be blending a little bit. We got to do some wiring though to make everything work here.
Okay.
So we didn't have a plug-in, correct? So you gutted one of our panels?
Yeah, I didn't.
No?
Nobody, this was the way.
Nothing to see here.
It'll be fine.
Our contract's back home?
It is, yeah.
Did you tell them what was wrong?
I think so.
It wasn't the transmission, it was just some
solenoids and valves and
So
you'll have to call them boys to get the true explanation other than what I think I remember, but that's what I remember.
well, I'm just tickled pink that it ain't a $30,000 transmission.
I am more than tickled pink. I'll pay this bill all myself. I don't care, just so I don't have to share in the $30,000-$40,000, whole transmission. So now I'm gonna start singing that song, "You Light Up My Life," when I touch something that I shouldn't.
You know when people run marathons
Yeah.
and they get sore nipples from running?
You have that right now?
I'm getting that on my right one and I don't know why. I think it's the bibs. Must be something with this ink splatter.
So we got the other auger set up. We're loading the hammer here. This possibly will be going back to the farm. We haven't decided yet. The beans look really good at quality, so considering just sending it to town. But the elevator's closed right now, or it's closing. It's 4:30. That's the end of the labor class workday, I guess. And then we're loading out the other bin into Steve. That one's for sure going to town. Moving beans. It's loud around here.
Holy smokes, am I deaf?
Yeah, that's not cool.
Beans and augers.
I'm
And...
so grateful for the site that we have.
Oh man.
Yeah, this auger stuff is slow and
This is nothing.
time
I've seen
consuming.
I've seen more augers, flightings wore out in my life. I can't even say that no more. My mouth is all stiff and cold.
Yeah, do we have another
flightings.
truck coming here now or
I
what?
don't know where Tony went.
Suppose we better call him. So Tony's not coming back over?
No,
Oh, thank God.
day is over.
Oh, and the
Frozen.
sun's still out.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
It is amazing how light it stays now.
How much
light
longer?
till like 6 o'clock at night. When early winter, midwinter, it was 5:15 pitch blackout.
5:15. 4:45 it'd be dark.
Yeah.
Okay, how much stuff have we not done that we need to do?
I think we're good.
Is that the electrical door? I better close that.
So we've decided that it'll just be best to offload this and not get docked or take the chance of it. Right?
Yep.
Nobody likes dockage.
No.
Dockage is when
Hate
they take bushels from
They
you
steal your dog.
and they steal it. What?
Sorry.
They
Float away
take
dog.
it because they say it isn't fit, but
It's like you might as well just take it, throw it out.
yeah, if you get a bad enough dock, they'll take.
And I tell you that because I got to help you set your combine, you know.
Why does it sound like?
Was I supposed to open the trap?
Supposed to open the tarp. Oh.
See, everything would be done if you weren't distracting me. If you guys weren't distracting me.
We always like to open the tarps when you're dumping quick because you actually can suck the bows down that support the tarp and wreck stuff because you dump it so quick, not enough air can get into the trailer and it can cause bad issues.
I don't know how to do this.
So now what's going on is what's coming out of this pit right now, going into that overhead bin, and we are gonna just dribble, I don't know, a couple hundred bushels, 200 bushels, 300 bushels into each of the trucks, kind of blend that stuff off. It's not that it's bad grain, it's just has some foreign material possibly, so that's a good way of hiding it, getting rid of it. So we're gonna bring that purple truck over the pit because he's complaining of a vibration. We've been chasing that issue for a while. We've lowered the suspension down to try to make the drive line more straight, which it was off. but it's still vibrating, so we're gonna bring it in, see if we got anything obvious. The issue. Those are down. Well, we managed to find that we have a broken leaf spring. Whether or not that's causing the vibration or not, what do you think? Hopefully.
It seems strange that it would, but there's a lot of people saying that it is. We've adjusted the air height switch and done about everything else that we can do.
So we're praying that's what it is, and
If it isn't,
back to the shop she goes.
you just keep throwing money at it.
I
Just like-
suppose. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.